Hello everyone. Today I'm actually showing off a little Moog Prodigy I just restored. This was actually Gary Campbell's, and as you can watch from part 1 of this video series, Gary Campbell was a really good technician for synthesizers back in the day, and he passed away. So I'm actually helping the family out get some money back for all the hospital bills and help clear up some of the debt. But anyways, this is the first Moog I restored that was his, and sweet little Moog Prodigy. This thing is very nice. Basically just recapped it. I don't believe this thing's ever been played much, to be honest with you. It has very little, I mean, if any wear on the keys or anything. And so anyways, I just went to this one and recapped it, calibrated it, and as you can see, I mean, there's no scratches on it. It's absolutely beautiful. Side panels are nice and clean. I mean, it's like box fresh. Anyways, I'm just going to kind of give you a little demo just to show you that everything's working on it. And anyways, hope you enjoy. Let me put my camera on my tripod here, and we'll get started. Let's try that. All right. So anyways, here we go. I'm just going to go through some of the basic functions. And really, I love the little Prodigy. In fact, it's probably the closest Moog I've played to a mini Moog as far as the sound, the thickness of the sound, and the amount of trying to think of the word I could use to describe it. It's very very out there, I guess you could say. The filter, the cutoff frequency opens up all the way, which is something that not all Moogs really did, and especially the new Moogs, they don't really do this. The envelope generators are set up very similar to the mini Moog. The layout's very similar. So anyways, I'll just give you a quick demo here of what the oscillators sound like. Set up with set the envelope generator up. So anyways, here's oscillator 1. You can hear the filter emphasis. So you can hear that filter opens all the way up. Cut off the release time, which is the same kind of switch on the mini Moog that's actually on the LHC. We can actually turn off the decay, so you just get a pop. So anyways, it has 32, 16, and 8 octave range for the first oscillator. It has a sawtooth waveform, so you can hear. You got your sine wave, which is another thing that most synthesizers don't offer, is the sine wave. And then you got your pulse wave. So it's kind of bland, but when you start mixing it, that's what the great thing about subtractive synthesis. So anyways, that's oscillator 1, and oscillator 2 has an octave range of 16, 8, and 4. And really, this is really what kind of limits it based compared to like a mini Moog, because mini Moog you have 32 to 2 octave ranges, so you can get a lot of variations. But this is a little more fixed, but it's still good. So anyways, the waveforms on it are actually sawtooth. You got sine wave. And then you got a square wave, which the square wave is very similar sounding to the mini Moog. Which you can hear. And then you got detune, which is this knob here called unison on this unit. So now we'll turn oscillator 1 and 2 on. You got modulation. The cool thing is with the synth also that the mini Moog does not offer that this has is oscillator sync, which actually when you put this thing in sync, it logically makes your pitch wheel work with only one oscillator, so you can get the varying oscillator 2, if I'm not mistaken. It sounds like this right here. Really cool sound. And of course, then you can go back to just normal by switching that. And now your pitch wheel actually works with both oscillators. Things like that. We'll go back to sawtooth on both oscillators, and actually I'm going to set them both to 16. So now they're evenly in the same range. So anyways, that's basically your oscillator section. You've got your modulation section, which you've heard me engage. But what you've got is you can actually select it between oscillator modulation, and this is kind of similar to the mini Moog layout, except instead of having a flip switch, you actually have or instead of having like a switch like that, you have a different style switch. I'm trying to think of the name of it, I can't think of it. Anyways, you got this switch for your oscillator modulation. Then you got this one for your filter, so you can engage modulation to your filter. Of course, you won't hear anything until I add some cutoff. Speed it up. And the fastest this modulation goes is this is the it's 30 hertz. So you can't really get the self-oscillation thing going like you can on some of the modulation sources, but it's still really good. With the modulation though, we'll go back to oscillator. Speed it back up. You got either sine wave modulation or you got a square wave modulation. Anyway, you can do really weird things, but really I prefer stuff with the sine wave because you can get that really nice kind of vibrato effect. And I have to be honest, when I was restoring this one, the thing absolutely has no corrosion in it whatsoever. I took the key bed apart, cleaned all the keys, and cleaned the contacts, and this thing is absolutely beautiful inside and out. So anyways, what I'm actually going to do now is I'll just kind of show you the envelope generators function here. We'll start with the filter, and we'll slow attack. But the envelope generators, like I said, are very similar to mini Moogs. You actually got the same kind of layout, which we'll select that back. And I love how you can get that really nice punch to it, like you can on the mini Moog. So if we go here, as you can hear. So you get this really cool effect, and you can do the same for your. We can actually set our filter contour up different than our decay, so you actually have a faster decay time for the amplifier. And it's single triggering, so as you can see, it will not re-trigger, which is kind of a nice thing because some of these synthesizers had double triggering or multi-triggering. So even if you held down a note, it would reset every time you hit a key. And so this has actually got a very similar texture to a mini Moog. And the power range is just great. I mean, you can really just get this filter where it just blasts. As you can hear. What I also love to do with this little synth though, and actually I'm going to engage something I got here recently that is going to be another restoration project, is this right here. And I'm actually going to set my sound up right quick. So this won't take me just a minute. I'm going to introduce the RE201 Space Echo by Roland. Let me actually mute my channel here so I don't create a hum. And just to kind of show you how good this thing will sound with effects. Because really effects is what really makes these synths so great. Especially with the delay. Now this is going to introduce some noise because this thing does need some calping, as you can hear. Anyways, just a quick example here. We're on 7. And it does drag a little bit, so you hear some unstable we'll go up to octave 8 on both oscillators. Intensity. But something else I would need to actually talk about, which I'll turn off the Space Echo for this, is actually it has a glide circuit, which all synths should. As you can hear, we'll set up a, we'll go all the way to 10. As you can hear, nice glide rate. So now we'll reintroduce echo. Also, before I do that also, I almost forgot, you can actually make the filter track the keyboard. So we'll make it self-oscillate. We'll actually turn off the oscillators. Turn off the envelope generator for the filter. We'll use the oscillator as a reference to tune it. As you can hear, that's actually the filter you're hearing right now. And you can make that filter modulate. As you can hear. Now we have the oscillators. Go to 4 on oscillator 2 and 16 on oscillator 1. Now I'm getting some echo with that. Open up the emphasis a bit on the filter. We'll actually just use our attack envelope generator to make it slow attack. A very warm little synth. You can actually get some very good tones, and then we'll set the filter back up. We'll go full. A little glide to that. That's the technique where I'm actually using the cutoff knob to control the actual cutoff frequency, and actually got the envelope generator cut out of the filter using the contour mount knob, which is contour is also envelope generator for anybody that don't know what I'm talking about. beautiful little synth, guys, and this is one of my favorite Moogs, actually. It's one of the Moog's a little more cut down version, but they used a whole new oscillator design in this actual synth, and it's very stable. I mean, very stable. This is one of those synths that you could actually take out and play, and it still has a warm-up period of like 15 minutes, but it is much more stable than the other designs that Moog had. And this is based around the 3046, which the mini Moog oscillators were as well, but they actually made these a bit different. And I won't get all technical with it, but basically what you get is a very stable oscillators in this particular Moog model. And very cool little synth. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and this one will actually be for sale on eBay at some point. I'm actually shipping it out today back to Gary's good friend. I've been very honored to help out with everything here. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and do look for it on eBay. Take care.